Hello, and welcome to Zoho CRM. In this video, we are going to see how, as an administrator, you can modify and automate your CRM account in a way that's optimal for your business. Businesses function with a distinctive structure, purpose, and path. Their priorities vary, so we let you choose and configure. Let us get started with setting up company details and personal settings. To define your personal and company information, go to Settings, Setup, and Personal Settings. Personal settings define the details of each user, such as name, email address, location, signature, etc. You can personalize your CRM account by setting your country locale, time zone, language, and other personal details. Company details are common for the users across the entire organization. These details include your business logo, business hours, currency details, fiscal year, etc. You can also fill in other information about your company, such as the employee count, phone number, mobile number, website URL, address, city, state, country, and zip code information right here, which is useful when you want to include them while creating email and inventory templates. As an administrator of your account, you have the option to change the super administrator of your Zoho CRM account from this drop-down right here. If you scroll down further, you can specify both the currency and the time zone that you're in. The multi-currency support in Zoho CRM helps you to build business transactions in the global marketplace. In the Enterprise Edition, you can actually create multiple currencies for your company when you're doing business in different countries. Keep in mind that apart from your home currency, you can have up to 10 more currencies in the CRM account. Now let us also see how to set up the fiscal year and business hours for your organization. Here I'll set the starting month for the fiscal year. Once I select the fiscal month, the fiscal quarters are automatically rolled up. Setting up a fiscal quarter or year makes it far easier to make forecasts, which are of course very important in the financial planning of your business. Customer support teams in an organization may follow their own business hours and work in shifts based on different time zones. The customer support personnel at the USA office and the one in the Indian office will have different work schedules. In Zoho CRM, you can define multiple business hours with different time zones that can be helpful in assigning cases to individuals using the case escalation rules. Now that we have completed personal and company information, let us start creating roles and profiles which will define the user's hierarchical position and permissions in your Zoho CRM. Roles in Zoho CRM define what data you can see. In other words, roles determine a person's position in the organizational hierarchy and describes who you are in your organization. Whether you are the CEO, the vice president, a sales rep, or a trainee. Users at a higher hierarchy can always access all of the records of a lower hierarchy, whereas users at a lower hierarchy can access only their records. To create roles, click Settings, Setup, Users and Control, Security Control, Roles. In the Roles section, click New Role. In the New Role page, enter the role name. Do not add a role with the same name. Select the Immediate Superiors role from the Reports to lookup. If you do not select the Superiors role, the new role will be created under the CEO role. Select the Share Data with Peers checkbox if you would like to enable access rights to peers. Specify the description for the role and click Save. Note that you can create roles only if you have more than one user in your Zoho CRM account. Profile defines what a user can and cannot do in Zoho CRM. By default, Zoho CRM comes with an administrator and standard profiles. The administrator profile has all of the permissions enabled in it, while the standard profile has a few of those permissions disabled. You can click on Setup, Users and Control, Security Control, Profiles. The Profiles page shows you a list of the different profiles which have already been set up. As you can see here, there are 2 profiles by default, Standard and Administrator. Let's say you're adding a vice president to your company and you would assign the administrator profile to him or her. Standard profile can be assigned to users who need restricted access, such as import, export, customizing CRM, deleting, etc. You can see the permissions restricted for a standard profile. Apart from the default profiles, you can create new profiles and assign them to your users. For instance, if you think that the standard profile does not fit the bill for a sales rep, you may have to define permissions a little bit differently. So here, you can create a new profile. Let's call it Sales Staff, and then assign it to suitable users in your organization. We have now sketched the basic organization settings and learned how to restrict data and CRM permissions for users. Now let us see how to add users to your organization. Note that the process of adding users begins with the super admin. Whoever signs up for the Zoho CRM account first becomes the super administrator. To add new users, the super admin sends email invitations to them. Right now, I'm logged in as Amelia Burrows, the super admin of Zilker Incorporated. Let's say we're going to add a user, Quinn Rivers, the VP of Zilker Inc., and Raghav Rao, the sales rep. To invite them, go to Setup, Users and Control, Users, and now click on Add New User. Fill this form with the name and email address, and choose a profile and a role that we have created. Now click Save, and an email invitation will be sent to the users. Now Quinn Rivers and Raghav Rao need to accept the email invite to join into Zilker's Zoho CRM organization. We have now sketched the basic organization settings and learned how to add users and define their permissions. Let us move on and see how customizing your CRM helps you stay flexible and dynamic on your business demands. Customization in Zoho CRM lets you redesign your CRM to suit your business needs. You can customize your Home tab, which serves as a great place to organize your day's work, and you can tailor modules according to your business requirement by creating a new one from scratch and also editing an existing one or completely remove unwanted tabs. You can create different page layouts, which can efficiently organize fields, links, and buttons belonging to different sales processes at a different place. Furthermore, you can create different types of custom fields which can record important information about your customers. Let us begin with customizing the Home tab. The Home tab of Zoho CRM is a quick indicator of the progress of all of your CRM activities. It contains components from different modules such as tasks, deals, dashboards, and so on. One quick glance at the components of the Home tab will tell you how your sales activities are faring. To create a customized home page, go to Setup, Customization, Customize Home Page. Click New Home Page, then click Dashboard. Choose a dashboard from the drop-down list and select components that you want to add in the home page. Resize or move the components around to organize the page once all of the required components are added. Click Save and Share. To switch to other views, in the Home tab, click the drop-down at the top right corner, then select the desired view from the list that you want to switch to. Home page is customized, so let's find out how to customize the modules. The option to organize tabs allows organizations to display only the relevant modules and hide the unwanted ones. You can also change the order of the modules by moving them up or down on the list and also rename them as per your needs. Click Settings, Setup, Customization, Modules. In the List of Modules page, click Organize Modules. Use the horizontal arrows to move the tabs from the unselected tabs list to the selected tabs list and vice versa. Click Save. To rename tabs, move the mouse pointer to the module that you want to rename, then click on the More icon and click Rename. Enter the singular and plural form of the module's name in the respective text boxes. Now I will show you how to create custom modules. Modules in Zoho CRM are represented in the form of tabs such as leads, contacts, deals, etc. Sometimes the standard predefined modules may not meet your business requirement. Hence, to address your unique business requirement, Zoho CRM allows you to create your own custom modules. Click the Settings icon, Setup, Customization, Modules. Then under the Modules tab, click Create New Module. Drag and drop the required fields you want to have in the module. Click the Edit icon in the module's name header and enter a new name for your module. Enter a singular or plural form for the module and click Save. While the modules let you prioritize and keep track of various aspects of your business, organizing the module detail page will give you an option to decide how the module pages should look for each profile. You can rearrange fields and sections by a simple drag and drop action. You can also change the column layout of sections. Click the Section Settings icon and select between single column or double column layouts for the section as required. You can also select and reorder the related list in the Module Details page. Just click on the Edit icon near the related list and make use of the up and down arrows to order the related list and the left and right arrows to select or unselect them. Managing and capturing different business process data in a single layout is cumbersome. Say, for example, your company deals with both sales and services, and capturing all in one will make your layout look cluttered. Creating separate layouts to capture the data in the same module can give you a clear idea on what you're looking at. To create a new layout, click Settings, Setup, Customization, Modules. From the list of available modules, click the module for which you wish to create a new layout. In the Module Layout page, click Create New Layout. Name the layout and add fields and sections to the layout as required. Once all of the fields have been added, click Save Layout. On saving the layout, you will be prompted to define the permissions for the layout. In the Layout Permission pop-up, enter the user profiles that would have access to this layout. All of the above processes have explained how to customize your CRM account. Now, let us quickly see how customizing the email templates can make sense for the look and content of the email that you want to send to your customers. To create a new template, click on Settings, Setup, Customization, Templates, Email. Click on the New Template button. If you want to create the template from scratch, then choose the blank template from the template gallery. Mention the name and the subject of the template, then save the template to the appropriate folder. I cannot put an end to the topic of customization without talking about the smart feature Copy Customization. If you are an organization who have multiple CRM accounts and would like the same customization to be applicable for those accounts, then you won't need to spend time setting up the same settings individually for each account. All you have to do is set up customization in one account and simply copy the settings to the rest of the accounts. Very simple, isn't it? Click Settings, Setup, Customization, Copy Customization. In the Copy Customization page, specify the email address of the user to whose account needs to be copied. Click Copy. An email will be sent to the super administrator of the target account. The Copy Customization scheduler starts only after the customer confirms the process. We have seen the best possible features which can help you revamp your organization structure as per your business requirement. Now, we are going to see how to devise some of your day-to-day business activities to work by itself. Spontaneity is a thumb rule for any business when it comes to customer follow-up. If you want to be on top of your sales processes, you need to have a pre-programmed structure which can save your time and effort. Let us see how automation in Zoho CRM does that for you. Automation is simply the process of programming a machine or a piece of software to do an action or a set of actions automatically. Let us begin with Blueprint. Zoho CRM's Blueprint is simply an online replica of a business process. It captures every detail of your entire offline process within the software. This will help you ensure that all the stages and conditions you have designed in your business processes are met by the users in your organization. Now I will show you an example in which a blueprint is created for the deal closure process. To create a blueprint, click Settings, Setup, Automation, Blueprint. Click Create Blueprint. In the Create Blueprint pop-up, type in the blueprint name, choose the module, layout, and field for which the process is being created. In our scenario, since the process is deal follow-up, let us choose the Deals module, standard layout, and stage field. Specify criteria for the records to enter a process, if applicable. For example, amount is greater than or equal to 50,000. If you don't enter criteria, all records created in the layout will enter the process. Click Next. You will find all the pick list values of the stage field in Blueprint Editor. You can just drag and drop all the stages that form a part of the process. Establish the process flow between the stages by connecting the nodes in the stage buttons. Note that the Start stage is the equivalent of none value in your chosen pick list field. Create transitions by clicking on the plus button between two stages. In the Before Transition section, specify people who are responsible to execute this transition and define criteria that dictates exactly when the transition should be available for the records in a process. The transition section guides the transition owners in completing a particular stage in a process by prompting them to enter specific fields, notes, and other information contextually. Here, we will choose the field Discount and enter the criteria and a note saying discount cannot exceed 25%. After transition, define actions to be automated at the completion of the transition. In our example, an email notification must be automated to the sales manager regarding the deal submitted for discount approval. So, choose Email Alerts and associate the required email template and click Done. This is a pictorial representation of the deal follow-up process followed in Zilker Inc. Deals entered in this process will go through every stage in the order seen in the picture. The white buttons represent stages in the blueprint, that is, deal stages. The green buttons represent transitions, that is, conditions required to complete each stage. Each transition you configure is displayed as a button on the Records Details page. To complete a transition, click on the Transition button and execute the actions mentioned in the ensuing pop-up menu. Clicking on Qualify will throw up a pop-up window which will guide you in executing this transition. For example, on clicking the Negotiate button, a user is prompted to enter the discount. Entering a discount percentage greater than 25% throws an error. This way, the values entered by users are also validated by CRM. On successful completion of the transition, you will move to the next stage in the blueprint. Blueprint has helped us automate the offline business processes. Now, let us see how to make your business hours more productive by automating your routine tasks with the help of workflow rules. To create a workflow rule, click the Settings icon, Setup, Automation, Workflow Rules. In the Workflow Rules page, click Create Rule. In the Create New Rule pop-up, do the following. Select the module to which the rule applies from the drop-down list, and enter the rule name and description. Choose when you want this rule to be executed. You can either choose a record action or a date, and also choose which records you want the rule to be applied on. You can either choose instant actions or scheduled actions. In this example, I want to send an instant email for all of the new leads, so I click Send Email and associate the email template that needs to be sent and click Save. So now, as per the workflow, all the newly created records in your Zoho CRM will receive the welcome email. You can also automate other actions such as assigning tasks, field updates, etc. using the workflow. Now let us move on to another interesting automation feature, schedules. Custom schedules in Zoho CRM will help you schedule a custom function either at a particular time or on a recurring basis. Say you have written a custom function to push data from one module to another. With the help of schedules, you can execute this function automatically on a daily, weekly, or monthly interval. To create a custom schedule, click the Settings icon, Setup, Automation, Schedules. Click Create your first schedule. In the Create New Schedule page, do the following. Enter a name and description to the schedule for easy identification. Now choose the custom function to be associated with the schedule. Choose an execution start date and execution time to which the custom function should be executed. Set schedule frequency from the available drop-down list. You can execute the custom action either once or on a daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly basis with a specific date and time and recurring frequency. Click Save. We have so far seen all the best possible ways to automate all your business processes. Customer support, the second half of every successful business, can also be automated to efficiently resolve the escalated issues. The case escalation feature in Zoho CRM allows you to configure a rule by which the case can be escalated to other members in the operational hierarchy. If a case assigned to a person in your organization remains unattended, then it can be automatically escalated to another member with the help of a case escalation rule. To create a case escalation rule, click Settings, Setup, Automation, Case Escalation Rules. In the Case Escalation Rule name page, click New Case Escalation Rule. Select the Active checkbox and click Save. Select the Case Escalation Rule name from the list and click Create Rule Entry. In the Rule Entry page, specify the criteria for the rule. Select your organization's business hours. Select the option from the list based on which the escalation time is set. Click Save. In the Rule Entry page, the rule entry details are displayed. Click New Escalation Action. In the New Escalation Action page, do the following. Select the age of escalation actions from the list. Select the person to whom the case needs to be escalated from the Escalate To pick list. Select the Escalate template from the list. Select the owner for the escalation case from the pick list. Select the email template from the list used to notify assignee. Enter the additional emails if needed, and click Save. Now, if the case escalated to the concerned user remains unattended, then as per the case escalation rule we have created, it will automatically be assigned to another user in your organization. We have learned how to give your CRM its form and function through customization and the direction and target via automation. Zoho CRM, to handle every aspect of your business with structure and strategy. Should you have any questions, please write them to us at support@zohocrm.com. Thank you for watching.